Right, howdy partners. I bet you're wondering, what have you got on here? No, he's back playing Ark. No, I'm not playing Ark. I just popped into Ragnarok, just for sheer fun, right, and boredom. I just want to check my frame rate. Okay, 41. This is on an Xbox One X, by the way, so it should be getting the best performance, alright? So keep on going around 30. See, I've only got to go around a 360. It goes from 25, I don't know, to 47. Okay, but look, I'll do a pan around and you see how smooth this is. Can you see the jittering as I'm flickering around here? Can you see the screen is jittering all over the place? It's a jitter. There's nothing smooth about it. It's a jitter, and I'm on an Xbox One X, so this is the best performance I'll get. Okay? So, next gen, don't expect much improvement on this. Alright? Now, I've got no detail on, no VSync on, because if I put VSync on, that will ruin the frame rate. In fact, I'll show you. I put this on to say, let's put it on, right? And apply it, right? Now that 40 frames per second is gone down to 30 frames a second. And if I do a sweep, there's even more jittery. Right, we're down to 20s there. Alright. Okay. Alright. If you put it on adaptive, which is what is recommended, don't forget to apply these things, by the way. Otherwise they won't work on an Xbox or a PlayStation. Right. A very slight improvement, but still less than when it was off. Although that's kind of holding on 40. So it's not making a terrific difference there. Now obviously as soon as you go into a menu it cuts in half almost. Alright, and then we'll do that and we'll flick this on and see what difference it makes. Yeah, it goes up. So immediately it goes up. So if you want the best performance, put off. Alright, it'll look a bit jagged around the edges, on the edges of things. You get probably this shimmering is probably what it is. Alright, but this is why I don't play Ark anymore. The bugs in it are ridiculously been here since I first started playing this game in what, 2015? That's 5 years ago now, maybe 6 years, right? And the same bugs that were in then are in here now. They have not been fixed. This company only cares about making money and selling DLC, and until people like me decide, no, I've had enough, I'm not going to play anymore, I'm not going to buy any more DLC, and I bought DLC, but I bought it at very, very low prices, because I'm not an idiot who goes out and buys DLC as soon as it's released. I wait until it's cut price down to a fiver. Alright. Now on my Xbox One X, on my other game on here, which is on the island, where I've got my Tower of Orthanc, I am down to 15 frames per second when I look at the tower. And I'm down to about 30 frames a second, so it's even worse than this. So this is why I've given up with it on an Xbox. Because of this awful frame rate, the stuttering as you go around like this. See, there's nothing smooth about that. If I got this speed, look, it's stuttering the whole time. I mean, maybe you can't see that, but if you go slower, yeah, it's not so bad. I've got it on HDR, but I don't think HDR will make a lot of difference, and I think it's only going to remove it in the main menu before you start. So anyway, that's why I don't play it anymore. When Crystal Isles comes out, I'll possibly play a couple of hours when it comes out. If it's not buggy, that is, which it probably will be. You know the stories. And I'll probably barely play it once a week. In fact, I might just do do it on Twitch and upload it rather than do it live. But I won't be doing it very often, and I'll probably quickly get fed up and stop again like I am now. Because I've had enough of this. It's a buggy game, it's crummy, I'd rather play some Nautica, to be honest. So anyway, just thought I'd explain why I'm not playing anymore. Looks beautiful though, doesn't it, in HDR? Looks pretty sad in put graphic. What's it like when I put graphic detail on? And then we'll get like a 5-minute pause while it puts all that in. Right, wait for it. We're still waiting. See that 51 frames per second? You wait. See, I'm still waiting. I'm getting no reaction from my controls here. Right? How long have you got to wait normally in the game to take into setting like this? Right? Down to 31. When you put detailed graphics on. And is a slight difference, but is there a lot of difference? Alright, on the wood there, yes it is looking different. But on that, it's looking almost identical. There's only certain things. I think it's the skin. Stuff like that. And maybe like leaves. But as you can see, the frame rate is even worse now. We're down to 28, 30s. Now, I've played Horizon Zero Dawn, which I will harp on about till eternity. That runs. It looks better than this game in every department. There's more branches, leaves, twigs, you name it, draw distances further. Less pop-in, smooth as butter. It's 30 frames a second, but absolutely rigid on 30 frames per second on a console, right? It barely drops 1 or 2 frames, and that's only in a cutscene, right? And when you go into a menu, it runs at 60 frames a second, and this 26 we got now, if I go into here, it cuts it off in half temporarily, and then goes lower. Now, my Horizon Zero Dawn, yes, I admit the screen in the background, you know, the actual view of the world is actually being shown as well as the UI, so that's obviously one reason why it gets cut down. Whereas in Horizon Zero Dawn, it's running at 60 frames per second because it doesn't have to run in the background. But that looks better than this game, plays better than this game. It's smoother, there's hardly a bug in it. In fact, the only thing you might catch is somebody just getting stuck on a rock or something, or like normally AI. But apart from that, you won't see a glitch in that. It's a perfect game. Whereas this is total money grabbing. So I just thought I'd put that in. Make that mention. And if anybody wanted to see my settings, somebody did make a reference saying, what are your settings? Well, these are all my settings, okay? Alright, so you can see all my settings there. Alright, I'll take the detailed graphics off because, yes, obviously, we're not going to leave that on. As much as I would love it to be on. And I bet you when I put that on, if I get an Xbox Series X, I bet you any money that will barely make a difference. I'll take a guess at like 5 or 10 frames a second, although that'd be quickly demolished on the next patch. Alright, so that's my settings if anybody wants to check on those and pause the screen, right? Now I'm going to go to the main menu because, you know, I'm obviously not going to stay in this game because why the hell would I? I've been playing this since 2015, you know. I only streamed it because it was very, very popular. I mean, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed meeting all you people and having a lovely chat with you all because you're great people. And these are my settings in single player. It's normally 0.2, the difficulty level, but it's gone up to 0.5. Everything else is pretty much normal. Taming speed is up. So somebody asked the question. I put that right down. The structure, I think it's about 100 or something. I put that right down so I can repair it quicker. I think everything else is pretty much on normal. It's all normal settings. I add the disable placement collision. Alright, so everything's the same on that, and The only other thing I've changed, because none of this has changed either, is I don't think anything else has changed on here either. And daytime speed I've lengthened, and nighttime speed I've shortened. Resource area around the player I've reduced to 0.4, so that when you put your base nearby, that the resources will grow back a lot closer to your base. So, and because I'm near metal, I want that metal to grow. So, and I think that is pretty much everything else is on normal. Okay, so whoever asked that question about my settings, there they all are. I will just go up nice and slow so you can take that all in. And maybe he's wondering why I'm getting poor performance, so he wants to know. Well, I don't know if this will help. I may have tweaked an odd one, because I'm thinking of putting all the settings up, because that's the only way to play this game anyway. It's to cheat. Alright, so anyway, that's that. Thank you for watching. This will be the last one I'll be doing for several months. Crystal Ores, I'll have a stab at it, but yeah, I don't know how long that'll go. And I'll go back to playing games that I prefer, like Subnautica, which is a far better survival game than this one. Although I do like the dinosaurs. I must admit, that's the only thing that pulled me into this and wasted my money was dinosaurs. Same as everybody else, probably. Bye for now, and I'll see you all next time. And guess what, guys and gals? I'll see you later. And lots of love to all my fans. And I'm sorry I stopped playing it. I got other stuff. Bye! See you later.